Let's look at quadrilaterals. Quadrilaterals have four sides. They are four-sided figures. Quad means four. What I want you to take special notice of is that all the angles of a quadrilateral add up to 360. So in this particular quadrilateral, angle A, D, C, and B, A, B, C, and D would equal, when you add them up, to 360 degrees. Now let's look at some quadrilaterals with special names and special features. We all know rectangles. You learn about those in the early stages of junior school. Rectangles have certain properties. All their angles are equal, and those angles are all 90 degrees each. So you can see here, A, B, C, and D are 90 degrees each, and they are all equal. Okay, they're all equal. And they also have parallel lines. So opposite lines are parallel. Opposite sides are parallel. Okay, and that side will be parallel to that side. And once again, because it is a quadrilateral, all the angles add up to 360 degrees. Square, another shape that you're familiar with, which is a quadrilateral. Once again, all its angles add up to 360 degrees because it is a quadrilateral. Also, all its angles are equal. A, B, C, and D, each one of them are 90 degrees. And it's quite obvious, we know because we've been working with squares for many years, that the opposite sides are parallel to each other, and they're also equal in length, because we know that about the square properties. A parallelogram, as its name suggests, has a parallel set of sides. Now, where are those parallel sides? Well, they're opposite each other. Those two are parallel, and then these two are parallel. Those little arrows indicate that. Okay, so the opposite sides are parallel. The opposite sides are also equal in length. That one and that one is equal, and that one and that one is equal. Okay? And then, parallelograms you're going to find a lot in geometry, so you really need to learn their properties. Angle A is opposite angle C, and they are equal. Angle B is opposite angle D, and they are equal. Those are the properties you really need to remember about a parallelogram. And then obviously, because it is a quadrilateral, all the angles add up to 360 degrees. Kite. Kites always represent fun to us because those are things we like to play with in the wind when we're young. Now, we can see here the properties of a kite are that these two lines are equal in length, and these two lines are equal in length. Nothing is parallel, they're just equal to each other in length. Then we have special properties with one set of angles. It is these two over here, A and C. Those opposites are equal. So if you can remember that, where the two unequal sides meet, those angles are equal. And the last thing to remember, because it is a quadrilateral, all the angles add up to 360 degrees. A trapezium. Trapeziums are also, you will find them a lot stuck between parallel lines in your geometry as you get older and work up the grades. So it's important to know the qualities of a trapezium. First of all, the sides which are parallel, this is the sign for parallel here. It's a short symbol for parallel. Parallel sides are called bases. So there's a parallel side and there's a parallel side. So this side and this side, they are referred to as bases in a trapezium. Let's just clean up a bit there. Okay, so now we've got that knowledge. The other thing we need to know is that these inside angles, they on this one side, they come to 180. If you add them up, they don't have to be equal in size, but they will add up to 180. And on the other side, those two will add up to 180. And of course, because it is a quadrilateral, everything together, every angle added up together is going to add up to 360 degrees. Then this is a different kind of trapezium. It's called an isosceles trapezium, okay? Because it has a different quality to the regular trapezium. It has that these angles here at the top are equal, and the ones at the bottom, D and C, are equal. That makes it an isosceles trapezium. Everything else is similar to the trapezium, and then also all the angles, because it's a quadrilateral, add up to 360 degrees. And lastly, we're going to look at a rhombus. I always think of a rhombus as a squashed square, because all the sides actually are equal. Look here, they're all equal, just like a square, except it's just an angled square. It looks like somebody squashed it. And opposite sides are parallel, as you can see here, just like a square. And the special quality of a rhombus is that these opposite angles are equal. So A will be equal to C, and B will be equal to D. That's what you have to remember about your rhombus. And obviously, because it's a quadrilateral, all the angles will add up to 360 degrees. So if you can just revise these qualities and know them well, they will help you out in your geometry. And I'm sure that you are enjoying these lectures. Please press subscribe over here. I'd be grateful to have you back in my lectures. I develop a bond with my students, try and help you to really achieve and do well. See you soon.